I'm Geoff Nemnich.
And I'm Rick Paillet.
And we're the hosts of The Last Stand. Coyote hunting is my passion.
And coyote calls are my livelihood.
And together we aim to bring you the best predator hunting tips, tricks, and tactics, right down to The Last Stand.
The Last Stand, presented by Lucky Duck Predator Calls. We are the masters of deception. Daniel Defense, manufacturing freedom. Swagger Bipods, shoot with confidence, shoot with swagger. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable.
Here we go, first stand of the trip. We're out in eastern Colorado with TR, always a fun trip. Working this ranch. We've always hunted this ranch first day. It's always been really good. Just big rolling pasture country, lots of sagebrush, lots of rabbits, makes lots of coyotes. So TR and Rick are gonna go kind of upwind, calling this big valley since we have enough shooters. I'm gonna go kind of on the backside, on the downwind side, on the backside of this hill, just in case we get a coyote working its way off this circle, coming back door. So we'll see what happens. So I'm set up downwind of Rick and TR, maybe 100 yards. I'm just kind of guarding this side hill in case one kind of comes along here. It would sneak up on them really quick, but I can cover that. They're looking out over a big basin, a big valley out there. And TR's just starting to stand off with some lone female howls. And we have a coyote answering back that's probably only... You can see him? So we already have a coyote coming to the call.
Here he comes.
Where's he at from that white deal?
Here he comes. Come hard.
How far out?
600 yards. He went outside. There he comes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't see him. I don't know. TR's running the call today, and he started out with one of the smoke howls. This coyote answered back right after, and they talked back and forth a little bit. And then TR turned one of the I think pup chaos on, and that coyote come tearing down here. But when he got 50 yards away from the call, we could just see his head, and then I think he picked us out or something, and then snuck out. So that happens sometimes, but it's low light this morning. Man, I just could not get my eyes on that sucker.
You know, today my primary job is going to be kind of covering the downwind or the back door, whatever we want to call it. You know, it's pretty important. If you have enough guys, which we have 3 shooters, TR and Rick can cover everything on this upwind half of the stand where the call's at. But there's a few, it seems like whenever you set up, especially in some of this country, there's always a few little areas that coyotes could sneak in on you, where the call guys can't see. So it's always a great idea if you have enough guys to get one back. So I'm probably not going to get to see a lot of coyotes come to the call today, but I will have a chance at killing a couple that Rick or TR probably would never get a chance at killing. So just a technique, a strategy we use, especially if I'm contest hunting or something like that, where you're going to get a few extra coyotes killed that you normally wouldn't just sitting and looking right where the call's at.
So it was about dead calm out and sunny, and TR was running the call, and here come this coyote from right to left, kind of sneaking through, and it kind of started not going away from us, but not getting any closer. And then TR changed up sounds, and it come back at us about 10 yards, and I got him. Sean gave me the okay on the camera that he was on it, and I made a good shot and tipped that one right over.
Well, I just got one. It's real calm, it's warm. We're out here right before Christmas. Stuff's not moving real good. We had this TR playing frail tail. Then he switched to pup chaos, and that's when it showed up to that pup chaos. It's a pup fight. But it was kind of sneaking in, sneaking around, working from right to left. It was gonna eventually get downwind, so I had a good opportunity right there and got my first one down of the morning, so hopefully TR can call me a few more in.
Stump them?
Oh yeah, first one in the morning. I'm dialed in now. Bring me some more, please. More. Got an orangey sucker. That's kind of cool looking, ain't he? Huh.
Female.
Stocky little sucker, yeah. Frail tail, and then he turned pup chaos on. TR's running a call, and it showed up probably within a minute after that, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty quick.
Kind of sneaking by here. So we took the soonest opportunity we could have had and got it shot. Wouldn't you agree, TR?
He's kind of sneaking around, or
It was coming from right to left, but
he wasn't like coming closer, I don't think.
didn't act like it.
Might try to swing around down into this.
Right into you guys' lap.
And Ricky wasn't going to let that happen.
No. That was the last thing I was going to do, was let one swing around to Geoff, for sure.
This is the fourth or fifth year I've been out here in eastern Colorado hunting with Rick and TR. Big open country. Although when a lot of these stands you get on them, it looks like you can see a long ways, but some of these areas you get into a lot of tall sagebrush, a lot of tall grass if they haven't been grazed yet. You can go down the road a half hour and you can get into some really short grass prairie pastures with lots of yucca. We got a little taste of everything during this trip.
Coming straight at it. Oh, he just hung up. Hold on. Straight north, looking at us. Just hold still. Just look right above the call. Look, he picked us out. It's going up the hill, Geoff. No. Put a pup on, maybe. Put a pup on. He didn't leave.
Nice shot. Mid-afternoon, first day here in Colorado with TR. Kind of been a little slow, a little warm, and Geoff took over the calling, took TR, kicked him out of the operation, and bang, first time he's run the call, he was running Lucky Pecker, and this coyote come rolling in over this hill, and it was lined right up with the call, and it picked us all out sitting here and tore off out of there, and Geoff got him whacked on the side of that hill over there. Nice shot, Geoff.
Woohoo! I only got to drag it, what?
A mile
back out of
Yeah.
here.
TR likes to walk. He talked us into doing a little hike back in here, and then of course Geoff shoots at 300 yards away from where we're setting, so make that 1.25 miles.
I was really contemplating my choice of doing that after I realized how far we had walked from the truck. You know, the first day we ran into conditions which I'm not fond of, and it's calm conditions. There wasn't much sun, but it got up to probably 55, 60 degrees that day. The coyotes just weren't real motivated to come long distances to the call. And it seemed like that day, if we weren't set up within, you know, 400, 500, 600 yards of that coyote when we started calling, they just weren't coming in. And the few we did kill, you know, were kind of sneaky, slow, you know, not real motivated to come to the call. And there could be 100 different reasons why that was, but, you know, I always like to blame it on the calm conditions, warmer temps, and just that the coyotes just have no real motivation to want to travel a long distance to see what's making the noise.
Do you think that is? That guy's close. Yeah. Up on that hill.
So we make a few stands, we're not finding any coyotes, but in the back of our minds, we're thinking back to that very first stand of the morning when we heard all those coyotes howling around us. And at that particular time, we had a group of coyotes howling back behind us to the east, and for those first 3 hours of the morning, we had a west wind. Looking at the forecast the night before, we knew that the wind was supposed to change directions and kind of come out of the northeast by mid to late morning. So we were just sitting on that area back to the east, knowing that those coyotes were there, and just being patient that the wind was going to change direction, which would give us an opportunity to move into that area where we had everything in our favor to hopefully call in those coyotes.
We come over the hill and see the cattle running around out and chasing around, so the guys, Geoff and TR, got their binoculars out and was glassing a little bit, and sure enough, there was coyotes out there screwing around with them cattle. So we let them, the coyotes worked off into the timber, and then TR had an idea where we could get around them. So we kind of went on a long walk and got set up.
We got in there, the wind wasn't blowing more than 4, 5, 6 miles an hour. And I started the stand off with a few lone house. And the thing with lone house is it's a two-way street sometimes. If you get into an area where there's kind of an aggressive, dominant coyote, I think it sparks a fast response. Go on.
We have high hopes on this stand. As we were heading this way, the wind switched on us, which is what we needed. We needed an east wind. And we also watched 2 coyotes work their way down through a herd of cows and drop into this old river bottom, maybe a half mile up this way. So we're hoping those coyotes aren't too far over a couple of these hills. Plus we heard a group of coyotes howling over here first thing this morning, so I'm gonna let out a few howls and then kick into some rabbit. We'll see what happens.
You know, in this case, after I did the lone howls, I went into a rabbit. The first coyote that came over the hill, he starts running to the side. He never was really coming straight to the call, and he was actually running to the upwind side, which told me that he was coming over the hill, maybe looking for a coyote that was in there, maybe not wanting to get into an aggressive altercation with this other coyote, but just coming to see what was going on.
And he got it shot, and Geoff went to, we were all excited, you know, and Geoff got
fight going, pup fight going, and holy cow, here comes another one flying in down there, and it's more coming right at the call, but then where TR was, it was kind of skylined. When the coyote got it down in there, he picked him right out.
Right here. Got him. All right, TR just got a double. That's the second coyote coming in. We're gonna keep calling. That second coyote we've killed. It's only been 7 minutes. Good thing about a little bowl like this is it helps restrict the sound. So shooting suppressed, you know, there could be coyotes over there another 400, 500, 600 yards that we could be calling in. They just keep rolling over this hill. TR's got him a double already. We'll see if we can't get us a third one coming over here. I'm just gonna keep switching up to some different pup fights and stuff for the next 3 or 4 minutes.
We're excited because we'd had a rough day the day before, and Geoff got another fight going, and over to the left, way over to my side on top of the hill, showed up another coyote. And
I'm gonna change your little rabbit squeaker. Here he comes. Just be patient here. Be patient. No, be patient. Let him come. If he turns to look like he's gonna leave, we'll shoot him, but give him a minute here.
Geoff worked him a little bit, and I was ready to shoot, and finally they gave me the go ahead, and I put a good shot on him.
Nice.
And so there was our triple.
I couldn't take it. Good shot, Ricky.
Big morale booster when you have a rough day when you only shoot 2 coyotes. So that turned out pretty good.
I was just the designated button pusher on that stand. I couldn't have worked out any better. Just kept cycling through. You know, the first coyote came in on TNT, cottontail. And then at that point, we're just cycling through. I actually switched over to some schoolyard brawl, trying to get this coyote to stop. I'm sure Max got TR killing that first coyote. It sounded like it was pretty close. And then schoolyard brawl actually brought the second coyote in. And then I played, I don't know, I was playing a third pup distress, and that's when this third coyote showed up over here. But you know, on that third coyote, he popped up out over there about 150 yards, and he could see us out of, you know, he was a few shots ringing out and stuff. These coyotes get a little cautious sometimes, and I switched over to, on one of my presets, I have baby cottontail demise, and a lot of times if you get a coyote to check up a little squeaky sound like that, we'll get him to finish. And at first we could only see kind of his head and neck, you know, looking up through the grass. And when I hit that, he came forward a few feet, and it gave us kind of a full body shot on him. And, you know, we let that go for a minute, and Rick just couldn't handle it anymore and thumped him over there. But just a great stand. I'm just glad I didn't shoot any, because that means I don't have to drag any back to the truck. This one, I was right down my barrel, and I was like, I'm gonna let him come right to the bottom and get some footage of him. And TR, he saw, you watch from the footage, you'll see that coyote, he looked up hard right at those guys, and TR smashed him right across the draw there. But that's what we needed. We're back in it. You know, that was our 5th stand of the morning. We're just grinding them out. We had coyotes on the first stand and haven't seen a coyote since until this stand. So, you know, just like that, triple, 4 in the truck for the morning, and we're on them now. We're on a roll. So we've got a little wind picking up. Our plan is to work the rest of this ranch. An east or kind of northeast wind, which is blowing right now, is perfect. Exactly how we had planned it now to hit the rest of this run for the rest of the morning. And, you know, hopefully we'll get a few more coyotes before lunch.